So what's up people, and welcome back to my Skyrim mod adventure part 20. So I'm here in Proud Spire Manor. As you can see, I have Jordis, the sword maiden, with me. And I went to the Jarl. She gave me the Thane of Solitude. And with that, of course, Jordis comes as your housecarl. And so I gave her this armor, the armor I've been wearing, which is the Armor of Solitude, and I figured it was more appropriate for her since she is a Solitude warrior. And it kind of looks good on her, so I don't think I'll need to get her any specialized armor like I did for Lydia. Also, I worked on my video capturing settings. I apologize for the previous episode being so jittery. And so I think I've improved it even compared to earlier, so I don't have the artifacts that I do get often when I do the video capturing. It has nothing to do with the graphics card. It's basically my settings for the software. So anyway, if you recall, we put in Dynavision in our last episode, and so I changed the settings. Now I'm using static, as you see here, and this is working out a lot better than dynamic. If you recall, dynamic changes the blurring depending upon what you focus at, and that was giving me tremendous amounts of problems because things would just blur all over the place depending upon what you were looking at, and you could see things blur in and blur out, and it just was annoying. And so I use static, and static doesn't go by what you focus on, but the distance of the object. So the further away it is, the more blurring you get. And this works out pretty darn good. So I think I'll keep the thing in static from now on, and it's giving me what I want, which is to get far away objects to blur out. Now I changed also the amount of blur to about 0.9, which I think is okay. It's noticeable, but it's not overbearing, and so it gives a slightly three-dimensional cinematic look without going overboard. And so I think with this, it's starting to look really good. I also gave it a faster transition so that things would blur fairly quickly. Anyway, so we need to get to Whiterun and meet with Jarl Barworth. If you remember, we need to capture that dragon. Oh, yeah, you're still here. Yeah, Solitude is looking pretty nice these days. And if you look here, see, there isn't that much blurring. I put the distance relatively far away for it to blur. Let me try this. Let me go all the way up here. Yeah, now if you look, the distant mountains and even the blue palace is slightly blurred. So that's the amount of blurring I'm going to put in. I could put, I guess, a little bit more in and it'll be even noticeable. It's a difference between if you wanted to look too cinematic or if you wanted to look more three-dimensional. If you want more three-dimensional, you put in more blurring. If you don't want it too cinematic, you don't put in that much blurring. I kind of like it the way it is. I don't know, what do you think? Oh, and let me check something. This guy only has steel arrows today. Yeah, I gave this guy a Daedric arrow. It's that usual Daedric arrow hack. And occasionally, depending upon which day, he shoots that Daedric arrow, and then you could collect a bunch of Daedric arrows from him. If you're patient enough, you could get an unlimited amount.
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome.
Oh, thank you. I thank you for being welcome here. Anyway, with that said, we're getting out of here to get to Whiterun. Yeah, I think especially Solitude is such a nice looking area. Let me do something. Oh, look at those mountains. Yeah, you could see the blurring there. It looks pretty darn good, I think. It gives that distancy feel. And I think I put it far enough that it does give it distance for the things that are far away. It's not so close that it looks kind of weird. Okay, so yeah, if you look at these beautiful Skyrim videos that a lot of YouTubers put up, you always see some guy just walking around. That's all they really show, is some guy walking around the beauty. And to be honest, I could understand why, because it's really enjoyable walking around here. So let me do this. Forget it. Let me just keep on running. We'll never get there if we just walk around, as enjoyable as it is. I need to get to Whiterun. We still have to put in more mods, but it's starting to look pretty darn good, I think.
Need a ride?
Yes.
Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off.
Yeah, I got a new mouse, so I shouldn't have...
I always visit the Gilder Green. Never hurts to pay your respects to Lady Kinnereth.
Yeah, I agree.
Particularly in my line of work.
Yeah, I got a new mouse, so my scroll wheel should be better. I shouldn't be bouncing in and out of first person and third person view all the time. Okay. Yeah, I noticed that I was still wearing... I can't see myself here. I was wearing the Mask of Clavicus Vile, which I always use when I'm trading stuff, but I don't need it right now. And since I'm uploading videos or creating videos, I might as well have this guy, his face visible. Man, this place is looking nicer and nicer all the time. Not in any aesthetics. I haven't done anything to Whiterun, but the whole image just looks so much prettier, or so much more realistic than before. Okay, it's too late in the evening to go visit the Jarl, so let's give this guy a rest. Oh. Let me just, Okay, so... By the way, where's Lydia? Lydia should be around here somewhere. Whoa! Oh, okay. Yeah, there she is. Okay. Oh, she's wearing her standard armor. Actually, her standard armor looks really nice. Let me show you. Yeah, this is from Almediaborn's Book of Silence, Book of Shadows, Book of... I don't know, I can't remember. He has such a weird name to his mod. But this is the modded armor. Even the standard armor looks really nice. And she always, whenever I have her leave the party, she goes back to her standard armor. Anyway, I think between her armor that she has, the modded one, and the Solitude armor for Jordis, we're pretty good as far as armor is concerned. I do need to get an armor for the main character, though. I do have one that I want to get for this main character. Anyway, so I think I'll stop here, and we'll put on some few mods, and we'll continue on. Okay, so since we're in Whiterun, one of the mods I wanted to get this time was RS Children Overhaul. And this is one that will change the look for all the children in Skyrim, and since there's so many of them in Whiterun, this should be immediately noticeable. Now, the reason I wanted to do this is when the developers, Bethesda, made Skyrim, I feel that they really didn't put any work in the developing of the children. It's nice to have children running around compared to the previous games, but they look kind of like clay figurines that are moving around rather than children. And so there's a few mods that actually change the children's look, and RS is the one that's probably the most well known. The only problem with RS is they make the children so good looking that they almost look like Vogue models once again rather than real children. But at least it's better than that clay figurine running around sort of look that you get in the vanilla game. And yeah, the RS children still look similar. All the children look similar, but at least they look like children. And so I thought that I would actually put this one in. Now, the other mod that I wanted to put on was something called Rally's Water Foam. And it's a very small mod that actually works on one thing, which is the foam on the water. And I have to admit, with Real Water 2 and Better Water in, I think the water is starting to look quite nice. But yeah, there's an improvement that I think that can be done in the foam and the mist that comes out of the splash in the water. And this is supposed to be pretty good, so I want to try putting it in and seeing if the water looks nicer. If it doesn't, we could always remove it. But yeah, it's always good to make the water look as nice as possible, because that's one of the most noticeable parts of the environment, in my opinion. Anyway, so let's put these two on and see what happens. Okay, so wow, you scared me, Jordis. Didn't expect a jump scare in this game. Anyway, let's go capture a dragon, I guess, not some dragons. So if we come here, I think they'll be, yeah.
Had enough of fish and fowl.
It's no fun getting pushed around all the time.
Oh, it's you, eh?
The circle of stones to the southwest, that's Secunda's kiss. The giants hold it sacred,
My friend
so
Alava,
tread carefully.
the seer, she says things will get better for me once I start sticking up for myself.
Well, definitely things are looking better for you. You look a lot better than you used to, that's for sure. Maybe that'll give you some self-confidence. I can't tell if the water is any better than before. Well, the water itself isn't, it's the mist, right? And maybe little mists like that don't... Whoa!
You're the best!
Oh, you're the little girl that always asks for coins.
Mister, could you spare a coin? Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart.
Definitely the kids are
Until
looking
next
a lot
time.
better. Now that I can adopt kids, maybe it's worthwhile that they look a lot better. Oh, this looks better. I think it looks better. I can't tell, but I think it looks better. Maybe it's just me. Overall, I think the water is starting to look really good. It's still a little bit too reflective for my taste. but I'm not gonna complain. Let me get ready in third person and see if we could do that. Beautiful Skyrim sort of walking again. I don't know how anybody can actually just walk. It takes forever to get anywhere.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists.
Practice with your fist, eh? Okay. Want one in your face?
Divines bless you. May the ground you walk quake as you pass.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word. As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word. My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
Gonna go through? Maybe we'll just go first.
Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready.
Wow, look at that view. Oh, we better not look too far down. Oh, this is beautiful. I am very happy to have put in Dynavision. This slight blurring is really making things look beautiful. Anyway, I gotta call a dragon, right?
Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready when you are.
I already called the dragon. We just have to wait for it to arrive, I guess. Let's do this right. Oh, there it is. Whoa! Oh, I missed! Oh, shoot. I'm gonna have to wait. Okay. There we go. Oh, Jordas is on fire. Here we go. I'm supposed to go back here, right? And lead it over here?
Your thumb is stronger.
Okay. I can't remember exactly what I'm supposed to do, but I think I'm supposed to go back here, right? Here it comes. Do I? Oh, it's already lowered. Oh, there we go. That was easier than I thought.
I think it's holding.
Orfuta med Kodav, caught like a bear in a trap. Zokfrini grin kogra drunviki, Dovakin. Ah, I forget. You do not have the Dova speech. My eagerness to meet you in battle was my undoing, Dovakin. I salute your, low cunning in devising such a Gramin Dol stratagem. Zuubonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. Hinsir Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin. Renik Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him. Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midoved avarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free?
I can't remember. Do I let him go?
Serve you? No. Need id. If and when you defeat Alduin, I will reconsider. Croesus. There is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention. Only this. You have the Thuum of a Dova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this.
Okay, so I think I am supposed to let him go, right?
Indeed, Morin Britro. I cannot leave here until you defeat Alduin, which you cannot do without my help.
Oh, it says, yeah, set him free. So I guess we do. Let me talk to these guys. And...
No one can doubt that you truly are Dragonborn.
So this guy doesn't
Now,
have
if you
anything
don't
to
mind,
talk about.
I've got a city.
A captive dragon. Just think of the possibilities. I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some, tests on you.
What are
Purely
you
in the
talking
interests
about?
of the advancement of knowledge.
Be gone, maid. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
Oh, this guy is creepy as
I
heck.
assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself.
Barring off. Very bad idea.
Does she have any information?
It seems our enemies have no end of spies, saboteurs, and assassins to send against us.
What the heck is she talking about?
I've got my eyes.
What are you doing back there?
Oh, I remember this. This was pretty funny.
You have reconsidered my offer, hmm? Onikan Kron?
Yeah, I think
You will release me, Roland. If in return I promise to take you to Skaldafn and stop helping Alduin? Onikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice. And you can trust me. Zuni Tarudis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now. Free me, and I will carry you to Skaldafn.
Okay, so I am supposed to free him.
No one can doubt that you truly are Dragonborn. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
Yeah, it seems our enemies have no end of spies, saboteurs, and assassins.
You're a one-track mind, aren't you, lady? She doesn't really even care if the dragon's here. Why can't I interact with these?
You're getting pretty good at this dragon fighting.
Oh,
business.
finally! Finally you realize that! I thought maybe there's something up here. Oh, there!
Something
Maybe
to tell
this?
the grandkids, eh?
Yeah, okay. Good.
Fus nu. Anytime Ruthi Astvad. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can?
No, not yet.
Saran Uth, I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can?
No, not yet.
Krezini, the freedom of the sky beckons. Yet I stay here, Nogal, as promised.
Okay, well, today we're not going to
Still
do it.
amazed that your plan worked. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
Yeah, I know.
Make a move toward Balgra, and you're dead. Mind yourself in front of the yard.
What the heck is this guy? Oh my gosh, nobody cares. Poor guard. He's like, I'm dead here. Everybody's like, having a good time. Okay, I think we'll stop here. Yeah. So, thank you very much for watching, and we'll continue on with more Skyrim modding adventures in the future, and hope you join me at that time. This is getting to be pretty good now, and we're getting to the end of the main quest anyway. But in any case, I'll upload the next episode soon, and I hope you join us at that time. And until then, happy adventuring, and as always, Jaya, nice day, everyone.